This is a Honda C90 crankshaft, and I'm going to attempt to change the bearings. I bought new bearings for it, so I have to take off this sprocket and I have to take off the two bearings. So I'm going to be using these bearing pullers. I'm not sure if I'll use the small one or the bigger one. We'll see how I get on. I must go down to the other shed where I have the device. So now I'm after putting a bolt on there to protect the threads that's down inside in the crankshaft. I'll put this on over that, and I must tighten up the bolts to tighten in underneath it. So that's tightened up now underneath it there. And I must put on the extension bars. Right, these are the extension bars. And the top bar. Right, I must tighten that down now and keep it centered over the thing. Installing the bar to wind down onto the nut. Right, so I'm after winding down the nut, the long bar there on top of the nut, and it's after loosening it, and out it comes. Now I have to take the bearing off next, so I'll have to put it back on over it again. Now I've got the pullers back on there, and hopefully I'll try and get that bearing up. I'll heat it first to loosen it up a bit. Now it's just after breaking the seal on the bearing there, so it's after coming out. So that's what it's like now with the bearing gone off of it. Now I've just got the bearing started ever so slightly by putting a screwdriver in there and hitting it with a hammer to get it to move up ever so slightly, and then I can put the bearing pullers on it, otherwise it would be very difficult to get it off. Right, that's the second bearing now after loosening there. I have to turn this with a 17mm spanner. And that's it. So now I don't have a socket big enough to go over the crankshaft part there, so I don't have one wide enough for that, so I'm using a box spanner to tap it down. So after tapping the first one down there now, now that's the second one down in place, and I must put on this sprocket again. I'm just checking to see if there's any lining up marks on it, which I actually can't see, but I'm just going to have a closer look at it. Right, I haven't found any lining up marks on it anywhere, so I guess it just goes on whatever way it goes on. I must put some lubrication on it to make sure it goes on easily. Right, that's fully down, the other one is fully down. So I must tap that down out gently. I think I can use this socket for part of the way. Right, that's it down in place. I think it's after seating fully down. I don't think I can drive it any further. So that's how to change the bearings on the crankshaft of a Honda C90. and the sprocket as well.